Now, I know you have so many things to do. We definitely, anytime you come home or maybe even online on Zoom or something, we got to finish this up.
Yeah.
But I do want to get to, we're kind of skipping over your successful NFL career, but there's so many things that we can talk about that would be a whole nother.
We can do whatever,
hours.
bro. You let me know.
I do want to end off just because I know you very well, and every time you're back home, you have such a positive message. You do, these keynote speeches for events to talk to kids. You do camps, clinics, all of that, and this is the part that I especially like to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Because I think we have a very similar outlook as to the message that we're trying to pass on to the next generation, right? So that's what I want to spend the next few minutes is think about everything that you've learned. And how we started this episode is that we are in a way different place, than we were 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And for those of you that haven't seen that conversation, you can check it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
But there was so many great things that you said that, I mean, it helps a lot of kids. People that watch that, they get inspired, they're motivated, they start to figure out what the right path is for them.
Yeah.
But thinking where you are now, what are some of the key messages that you could pass on to, I mean, the Hawaii community and Hawaii kids, but really anybody that might come across this episode?
Yeah. I think where I'm at today, and this is what I just for myself developed just recently, is a very, very, very clear understanding and belief in who I am. And to some that may seem like something that's so small, but I am in a place where there's nothing you can tell me, whether it be good or bad, that's going to sway me for who I know I am. So how I came across this, right? So we just talked about all the good things that happened in my life, right? All the accomplishments, all the hard work, all the accolades, right? And with all of that comes with a lot of positivity, a lot of uplifting, a lot of people saying, man, you're the greatest this, you're amazing, you're gonna win the Heisman, you should have won the Heisman, this and that, right? But then catfish happens. Then I'm on I remember an article came out after that where I was like on a list of the most hated athletes in the world at that time. Me, Tiger Woods, and Lance Armstrong. That's what I remember. I was like, right? Yeah. So I go from being in this sort of spotlight of love, of positivity, of encouragement, of, man, you're the greatest thing, to, man, you ain't worth this, man, you suck, man, you, right? So like you have both of these sides. And it wasn't until the negativity came out that I realized how heavily I weighed people's opinions of me. Because when this came out, that was when my confidence was shot. Because I had no grasp of who I was. I couldn't look myself in the mirror and say, Manti, who are you? I could tell you what Star Advertiser told me I was. I can tell you what all of ESPN said I was, what my peers said I was, what Notre Dame said I was, but it don't matter if Manti, you can't tell you who Manti is. Andrew, if you can't look in the mirror and say, I am Andrew, and this is who Andrew is, and this is what I stand for, you can't do anything. You won't be worth anything. And not only will you not be worth anything, you will never be at peace. Right? And so for me, in the condition that society is in today, where your political views mean you're this, your religious views mean you're this, I am in a space where you cannot label me. There is no Manti label. Because you can't put me in this circle, you can't put me in that circle, you can't put, I believe this. I believe in certain things, and there's nothing you can say to me that's gonna anger me or irritate me or disturb my inner peace to make me respond to you. Why? Because if you say something to me that I know I'm not,
then you just believe it.
It's just like, you don't know who I am. And that's fine. But until you're okay with being who you are, you will always be affected by the opinions of other people. And what a crazy world to live in, especially a world today where everybody has an opinion of what you do.
No.
And if you are not solid on who you are, you will forever be chasing people's gratitude, like people's praise of you. Mm-hmm. And if all you feel on is praise, when the negativity comes around, you're going to crumble. Just like how I did in the NFL. My first years in the NFL were rough, bro. I had no confidence. I didn't know who I was. And it took a lot of different things throughout my life, both physically, emotionally, and spiritually, to put me on a path of healing and strengthening to where I am now. It's like even that kid that you sat across from, like we talked about our first interview, even that kid. Somebody say something to him on Instagram. It's like, you wanna, okay, you know. But now it's just like, another one, you know. And it's because I'm solid. You know.
I mean, I'm glad that you shared that. And for a lot of us, it's like the experiences, right? Mm-hmm. We don't know what we don't know. But you just sharing that with everybody, that's something everyone can relate to and take to heart, because it will really, find more inner peace. It will really help you to understand who you are. So like you said, that you can do everything that you know that you stand for, right? And I think that's the bottom line, especially with everything that's going on in the world today. But I'm so glad that you share these messages, because this is the thing about you. It's those things, more so than the sports, that help other people out.
Thank you, brother.
And, make you do all of these other things. That's not taking away anything from what you do on the field. And we have to save the NFL story for another episode, for sure. Just because I know you're here on vacation.
No worries, bro.
I don't want you to, spend too much time. But the NFL, I think that will be something good that we'll share in the future to reflect on, because that's when I got to know you. Before that, I did not know you. Like I remember the first time coming in and then seeing some of the struggles that you were going through. And that was when we really got to work together and start to see, like, and you taught me a lot, like every single client, it doesn't matter how successful you are. Every single client that I work with closely, you guys teach me a lot. And that's where I got to see, okay, this is what you stand for. This is who you are, and this is what you're like, and this is what makes you successful, right? But we will save that for another episode. But for everyone, I mean, think about that. I think it's something good to end this episode off on that good note, is just understanding who you are, being able to look in the mirror and knowing what you stand for without relying on all the other opinions about everyone else.
You have to stand on your own 2 feet.
Exactly. And don't spin these words around and be like, okay, I'm not going to care what anyone else thinks, and just do things that, don't contribute to society, because that's not what it's about either.
But that's what it's about, Andrew, is like, it's us, everybody, being a contributor to society in a positive way. And the only way that you can be truly have a true impact on people is if you're okay yourself. I can't help somebody if I'm not in a good space.
Exactly.
I can't do that. And so for everybody, make sure that you're good. Worry about you. Then you can be the positive influence on the people around you. You can't do that if your home isn't in order yourself. So take care of you first.
That is so true. And one last thing, if you want to share anything about what you got going on, some of the things that you got in the future. I didn't mention it, but congratulations on getting engaged.
Oh, thank you.
And expecting, so like anything that you want to share about yourself, promote.
So I got engaged, got engaged in February or March of last year, got married. We had a COVID wedding. I loved it, and now my wife is expecting. So we're excited about that. A lot of blessings. But as far as career wise, I don't know. I think for me, I have the recipe for success. Every successful person, there's a recipe, and all it is a lot of hard work, a lot of determination, a lot of resiliency, because on your path to being successful, you're going to run into more failures than successes. And so you have to be able to deal with the punches and throw one back when it's time. And so, whatever I have next, whether it's to keep playing football, it's going to be great, but it's going to be done my way, and that's the most beautiful thing is it's going to be done my way, and it's going to be done in a way that when I look at myself in the mirror, I'll be happy.
And it's always great to talk to you,
yeah,
see you back at home. So it's always great conversations. I mean, I really enjoy this, and we know that everything that you do in the future, because of all your habits, all of the things that you've experienced, that's what's going to bring that success.
Same with you, bro. Same with you.
Yeah, so next time we're together recording another episode, we will talk about the NFL career.
Yes.
And we'll talk about how, we've evolved and grew some more.
Yeah,
but thank you so much for joining me. Any last words?
You're the man.
You're the man. But thanks again, and enjoy the rest of your vacation.
Thank you, brother.